Well, hello there, everybody. How you doing? It's Sunday again. Wow, that was a fast week. Leslie Plaza here, Zazoo Plazz, in the woods. Wow, must be intense Libra season here. Oh my gosh. No wonder Libras are known to be indecisive. What is it, October 16th, 2022. I'm so distracted. I'm walking out of here, I'm like, oh, I gotta have some show and tell. So I keep picking up all these different leaves. I'm like, oh, each one prettier than the next. Look at this. Look at, here's one. Here I am in the woods in Connecticut, and it's peak foliage, right? I saw my friend the blue heron over there. Oh, he's still standing there. I'm a little earlier today, so I'm kind of proud of myself. I got out here. I took some nice pictures. The pond, here we are in the woods. It's not peak yet. We still got a couple more weeks because we're here in southern New England. But I couldn't decide, so I said, well, I'm just going to pick up whatever. I got one of these. Sometimes when I was a kid, or even when my boys were small, the teachers would say, go out for your assignment and pick up a bunch of pretty leaves and, press them in a book or something and bring them in to show and tell, right? And I'd be like, and I'd come home with like 20 million leaves because I couldn't decide, right? Because they were all so pretty. And, I'm like, well, and then you get perfectionistic about it, Mike. I get a little obsessive. Look at that. I'd be, oh, look at this. Oh, there's Mr. Squirrel scampering around. Look at that one. See? And, oh, here's another one. Oh, pretty, red. It's like kind of a Pat Benatar leaf. I'm going to talk about her today. She's the song of the week. And see this one? It's beautiful, isn't it? But it's got a little hole in it. See that right there? So, look at, they're all different, right? Each one, completely unique. Even the ones, this one kind of reminds me of an apple, it has like a hole in it. And this one, I don't know, sort of reminds me of the color of the phone used to be in our kitchen when I was growing up. Our whole kitchen was this color, actually. Yes, kids, the avocado and orange and gold 70s and early 80s. Everybody's kitchen was the color of fall. Everybody's house was the color of fall. I had a quilt on my bed that had all those colors in it. Everything was that. Maybe it shaped us as kids growing up with those colors. But anyway, yeah, who had an avocado green kitchen? My Uncle Mo had a green kitchen, and I think my aunt, I think she had a pink toilet. I remember, she was the only one I've ever known who bought pink toilet paper. There was such a thing. And they had blue. I think my mom bought blue because our bathroom was blue. But what that has to do with anything, I don't know. But my aunt is a Libra, so maybe it's because it's Libra season, right? We see, it's still a beautiful leaf, right? Does it inspire wonder? Yes. Does it drive me nuts because I can't find the perfect one? But the answer is, they're all perfect. They're all perfect in their imperfection, right? And if I can waste my whole day trying to find the most perfect leaf. And the idea is, I finally realized that it's the fact that the leaves they only fall once a year. They're only this beautiful once a year. That's why it's of the utmost. It's like the squirrels running around, right? You ever see squirrels? And this time in the fall, it's like, ah. Trying to get all the nuts. They're trying to soak up the beauty, soak up their, well, they're trying to survive. But if you take your cues from nature, you understand a lot more about life, I think. So, in other words, you don't have to look far for beauty, you know. If you want perfection, you just look at nature. Nature is perfect, and it's functioning as it. In other words, it doesn't wait to drop the leaves until they're all perfect. It just turns and drops, right? That's what I love about fall. It just drives you crazy with its feel, just its sense of wonder, looking around. So, okay, so the theme today is, well, there's actually a couple of themes, but I think if I had to pick one, yeah, I'm gonna go with the okay, tenacity and grit is kind of coming to mind, as well as the whole perfection thing, and it all fits together. It does. It all works. And if you've been with the Zazoo report for a while, you know that this is how I roll. So I always usually pick a little bit from pop culture and a little bit from, say, the scriptures, or whatever Catholic upbringing that I have. And it's all good, and I realize it all kind of comes together. So, in other words, my theme today is keep pitching to the universe and decide what it is that you want, and keep asking for it, and you will see it happening in your life. Okay, so I'm reading the readings, and I'm like, okay, there's this widow. She goes to the judge in her town. This is the parable Jesus was telling his apostles, and she, and this judge doesn't care. He's very impartial. He's got no patience. He's got no time for that, for anything. But she keeps going, and she keeps asking for justice. She keeps asking for justice, week after week. Please, rule in my favor. Please rule in my favor. And she's got a good case when, she's asking for, obviously she can't appeal to his personal sense of, he doesn't care about her from, anybody else. He's just sort of, like the universe. The universe doesn't play favorites. You ask for what you want, you keep asking, and you make it very clear what you want, and you get it. So that's like the judge, right? He doesn't care. He's just, but he's in the position of deciding, what happens, like the universe. So finally she gets her way, right? Because if she's the squeaky wheel that gets the grease. And I'm a good one to talk about this. Right? It's like that, that if you've ever watched Family Guy, the cartoon, my kids love that. And there's little Stewie, the baby, and and his mom is lying down taking a nap, and he comes in, and mama, and finally she just loses it. She goes, what? Right? How many of you moms out there who are, you just want a moment of peace, right? And you got kids, it's mom, mommy, and this is my youngest one. He used to do this to me. Mom, milk. and then finally I would just go here, just for a moment's peace. Just give them what they want, right? But they know what they want. Kids, they know what they want, right? Babies, they know they want food. Dogs, they know they want food. They want that bacon that they can smell that you've got somewhere, right? And that dog, my nemesis, Bibi, she will come and she will put her chin on my leg and look at me with those little puppy dog eyes until I give in, because you're going to give in, right? Because she's going to sit there with her chin on your leg until you give her some of that chicken or bacon or whatever it is you're eating, right? So if you wait long enough, you get what you want. But you got to know what you want. See, this is hard for me. Like, oh, I want this, and I want this, and I want that, and I want that, and that. Oh, look at that one. And it's just this stuff I don't even know that's out there that I want. Okay, so I'm reading about this today. I'm reading about how this woman, she finally gets her way, right? And it was the guy who was in battle. Yeah. So the thing is that you don't even consider failure as an option. That dog is not even going to consider that I might say no, go away. She's going to stay there because she knows that sooner or later I'm going to say yes, even just to get a moment's peace, right? This is what happens. So the guy, the guy who I don't even know who it was, but he was in battles. As long as he had his arms up, they were winning, right? Then he got tired, so they had to prop up his arms so they could keep winning. Right? That's what our angels do for us. They prop up our arms, so we can extend our wings and we keep doing what we do. So, but we don't have to question that they're there. They're just there, just like the leaves fall in the fall, and just like persistence pays off. And I've been working at my Zazoo Plazz books and things for 2 years. It's almost 3 years. And one block comes up, okay, you can't go out and promote your book. I'll do it online. I built a website. I've got 2 years worth of YouTube videos for your viewing entertainment and laughter. I've done everything, and I'm not done, and I have so many ideas, and I'm like, I want to do this, and I want to do that, blah, 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 blah. That's my biggest problem. Say, what do you want? You can't, have your cake and eat it too. You can't, in other words, I've decided at a certain point that I have to give my all to this. If I'm going to do it, I've got to do it right. So then I started thinking today, what is the song for today, I asked myself. Treat Me Right pops up from Pat Benatar. Like, Pat Benatar, I haven't listened to her in ages, since high school. Whatever happened to Pat Benatar? I mean, she was big, big, big. Early 80s, she was in everything. And mid-80s a little bit. Like, I always thought she was like, she'd give you an anthem. She's tough, Capricorn, Like, she has my mother's initials, PB. Like, wow, what a tough lady. She had black hair, almost like she had that Liza Minnelli look about her. Tough, black clothes. And I guess, she's still rocking. Come to find out, I go on the old, I Googleify it. Come to find out, she's going to be sworn into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in November, next month. She didn't even, sometimes she comes up on my running playlist, but she just popped up in my mental playlist today. And that song, Treat Me Right, wow, that's a good song. So, and it's just about the same thing, right? It's Treat Me Right. That song came out December 29th, 1980. I was in high school. I was a sophomore high school. So it's perfect Libra season, right? You know, you're always taking. Now it's time to give, right? Figure out what do you want, right? She's talking about a relationship here. Um, and, there's many levels to this song, of course. But, I mean, so, for years, okay, so come to find out, Pat Benatar was up for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame a few years ago. She didn't make it. It's just like the toys, the Toy Hall of Fame. Sometimes, you gotta wait till the right moment, and then you get treated right. You get what is just, what is owed to you, which, after a career like she's had and continues to have, she's awesome. She's got a brilliant, amazing voice. She puts on an amazing, wonderful show. She's tough. I was a high school kid hearing her and going, wow, she's a tough lady. She asks for what she wants. Treat me right. Decide what you want. What do you want? Is this relationship gonna work? Because you take and I give, and that's not, you know. And she's a good woman too. She stopped singing, "Hit Me with Your Best Shot" because, times have changed. She's sensitive to things going on in society, so she stopped singing that song, which is, it's a good song, but, it's sensitive times. So she's changed with the times, right? Just like nature, right? Nature. When you've got real talent, right? You just, you don't want to hurt anybody. You want to beautify the world, right? You don't want to add to its suffering. And that's not what creativity is about. And it even doesn't matter if somebody appreciates what you have to, because in the end, you will be seen for the brilliant creation you are, and all of your imperfections, perfect. If you look at in the forest, the blanket of leaves on the floor, it's perfect, right? What if they were all the same color? What if they were all perfect? Then, if some of them have holes in them, that's so you can see through to the ones below. And the kaleidoscope of leaves is amazing to behold, right? So, the world of nature can teach us a lot about ourselves, about other people, about how we show up, and deal with other people who are different from us, because everybody's different from us, and only we perceive the world the way we do. So, when we go out there and we rock, and we roll, and we know, okay, maybe I'm not going to get in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame this year. Maybe next year is when I sell my millionth copy of Zazoo Plazz, The Audacious Adventures of Zazoo Plazz. Part-time superhero, full-time mom. It's an amazing book. Go get it if you haven't read it, and recommend it to everybody you know. Anyway, and you want to read it because it's really funny and you could use a laugh right now. So, that was a little... that ad was brought to you by Zazoo Plazz. Where were we? Oh, so the funny thing was, okay, so the Sabian, okay, now I've been studying the Sabian symbols. So for each day in the year, basically, look at the zodiac year as 360 degrees. It's a circle, right? And just about every single degree, like every single day, has a different story attached to it. That someone, this woman, Elsie Wheeler, had channeled. She meditated on the different degrees of the zodiac, and she got different symbols, little stories for each day. So whatever day you were born, and where you have different planets and different signs on the chart, there's a different little parable, kind of like what Jesus used to tell, right? Little stories to help you understand the energy of that day, right? So today turns out to be a butterfly with a third wing. And I look at Benatar, I'm doing research, and I said, one of her first records was recorded by Chrysalis Records. And she was in Richmond, Virginia. This is weird. And 3 years ago, before in the October of 2019, I went up to Richmond, Massachusetts. And there's a friend of mine there. Hi, RT. There's a friend. She hosted a retreat. And I went up for the weekend right before my birthday. And the name of her company is her place up there in the Berkshires is Chrysalis Springs. You can't make this stuff up. Chrysalis, right? And the name of her town, it's in Richmond, Massachusetts. I'm like, you know how sometimes your mind gets blown? So that happened to me today. Chrysalis, of course, is what the butterfly comes out of. So, I think if many of us are in this, have been in this cocoon state for a while, especially women, and now, it's coming up to the time to, emerge. And, so I guess that's what the third wing is all about. There's a third wing. Well, what difference does it make? A third wing on a butterfly. I think that, it's something you can meditate on. But I think that it reminds me of Freddie Mercury, how they always said that he had extra teeth, right? And that he had a pronounced overbite, and he said the extra teeth, and the fact that right? There goes my friend, the heron. The fact that he had extra teeth made him sing better, right? So, maybe the third wing actually helps you get more lift if you're a butterfly. Yes, it's unusual. Yes, you're not like any of the other butterflies. But that's what makes you special, right? So, maybe you'll see the light. Yeah, so, in other words, I think what that all means. And take it as you will. I don't know. I think it just means that everyone, it's sort of like the ugly duckling, right? Is what you think makes you different, makes you, unusual, not like other people, is your key to your brilliance. So, there's that. And those who have learned how to treat themselves right. In other words, if you think of that song as you singing your spirit, singing to yourself, it's saying, treat yourself right. Realize that you're, special. Not special like better than anybody. Special in, like one of these, well, that's not a good example because that one doesn't have a hole in it. No? One of these guys. Oh, wait, that's not a good one. No, I gotta get it better. No, I gotta get a better one. Hold on. Oh, this one is, oh, well, anyway. You're, like one of these guys. Or ladies. Whatever. Whatever gender you might be, I don't wish to offend. Anyway, so, you have to treat yourself right. And then others will notice, right? They'll notice how special you are because you're honoring what makes you unique. And then they'll put you in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because you'll be a rock star. Right? We're all rock stars, right? We just don't all, act like, okay, channel your inner Pat Benatar, right? Or Ozzy Osbourne, or, whatever. Whoever you want to channel. Your inner Billy Idol. Your inner Joan Jett. She's another tough one. Oh, I loved her music. And, can't do better than the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right? You could say, I came, I saw, I sang, I rocked. So anyway, it's starting to get dark. Saw both my boys this weekend. They both came home. Briefly, they come in, they get their stuff, and they take off again. But it was nice to see them. They're both doing well. The one in college, the one on his own. You send them home with goodies. Give them some cider and some apple cider donuts and take them shopping and, send them back out again into the world. So, that's how we do it. So, now I gotta go see if they've left anything in the... Oh, yeah. Oh, here's a little story to end on. So my oldest son, right, comes home. He's not in the door 5 minutes. The Virgo says, he's looking around. And so he goes out to his car. And he brings in like 3 big containers of lasagna. And he sticks them in my freezer. Our freezer. And I said, what's that? He said, oh, I made some lasagna, and I got this wine sauce, and I really don't like it. It's kind of yucky. So I said, so let me get this straight. So you thought we would like it? You brought the rest of it back and put it in our freezer? Oh gosh. So yeah. So now I have a freezer full of yucky lasagna with yucky wine sauce that he didn't like. I got cast off lasagna. For this, I raised him 22 years and 20 hours of labor to get his cast off lasagna. All right. So then he looks at the living room. He starts moving the couches. Get my husband to move the couch. And he vacuums the whole living room. And this is the first 10 minutes, He's looking around, sniffing and dusting and I'm just standing there. I said, let him do it. I don't have to eat the yucky lasagna. Just watching him clean my house. It's just worth it. Ladies, if you're raising kids, just wait. Just wait. Someday you can just stand there and watch as they come in your house and, take over. And just let it happen. He did that 10 years ago. No way. I would have freaked out, but now I'm just standing there, just observing. Because I just don't care anymore, so it's all good. So anyway, it's getting dark in the woods. So anyway, I guess I'll talk to you next week then. I think I took some split pea soup out of the freezer to make room for the lasagna. The rejected lasagna. Oh, I wonder how bad it is. He's becoming quite the foodie, so we'll see. So anyway, I guess that's the Zazoo report for today. Yeah, enjoy the beauties and the imperfections and the perfect imperfections of nature, of the world. Everything has something to teach us. Every little thing, even the things like the yucky lasagna in your freezer, tells you something about yourself. I don't know what that teaches me, but maybe I need a bigger fridge. Anyway, talk to you next week. Zazoo Plazz signing out. Bye-bye.